Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live with the semifinal match coming from Herrill Lanes in New Hyde Park, New York, between Gary Haynes and Alex Cavagnaro. The winner will face Joe Novara in the final match. Both of these competitors have fought their way through a very vigorous field and are now currently sitting in the position either A, to win their first title, or B, to win their third title. Alex Cavagnaro, solid shot on lane 6, answering Gary Haynes with a thunderous strike on lane 5. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is your semifinal match for those who are tuning in just now. Both of these competitors have climbed their way out of the loser's bracket to now face each other into what could be a career-determining match. Alex Cavagnaro, just a bit light on lane 5 and leaves a 2-pin. Alex Cavagnaro throwing an IQ Tour Solid, Gary Haynes throwing an Obsession Tour Gold Pearl. Absolutely amazing show this week from both semifinalists. This entire last couple of days has been absolutely brutal, as all of those who have bowled have competed, and now we are down to the final 3 competitors as Joe Novara will lead the entire Long Island Masters field, where it will take 2 wins to defeat him and crown a new champion. Alex Cavagnaro looking for his 3rd title, Gary Haynes looking for his 1st, Joe Novara also surprisingly looking for his 1st. Gary Haynes with a bit inside but can cross over and carry the strike on lane 6. Was not happy with that shot, but the result doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. That is still a strike on the board. Gary Haynes now getting up ready to set his 3rd frame. Gary Haynes gives it a good push. Is it enough? Just misses the 7 on lane 5. Thought he had a good one. Just gave it a little extra oomph at the bottom. Got it a little bit further down and came in just behind the head pin for a 7-pin on lane 5. Again, Gary Haynes looking for his 1st Long Island Masters title. Alex Cavagnaro looking for his 3rd Long Island Masters title. And Joe Novara still seeking his 1st Long Island Masters title, which again is very surprising. Gary Haynes for the spare, converts the spare, no problem with authority, sending that pin all the way back to the pin rack. Both very accomplished bowlers in their own right, both have regional titles. Alex Cavagnaro from the deep inside line comes back and wrecks the pocket, sends that 4-pin flying across the deck like nobody's business. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this week was absolutely brutal. As many of you can attest, because I know many of you who are watching this week in qualifying was not a breeze. To make the first squad, you had to go minus 14, and I believe for the second squad, you had to go minus 63. Oh, Angelo, only you. Alex Cavagnaro steps up on lane 5, gets it right where he wants it, and crushes the pocket with a thunderous strike, slapping that 10 like it's nobody's business. I need a broadcast partner. It's only so easy. As now Gary Haynes steps up on lane 6, trailing by 1 pin if he strikes in the 4th frame. Gary Haynes with the pitch. Stone 8-pin. Was not expecting that one. Absolutely great ball off of his hand. Just got it either a touch inside or hit it a touch more. Either way can make the spare. And ladies and gentlemen, this is still a very close match. Again, this pattern is not forgiving at all. All 3 finalists had to make all their shots today just to get to this very predicament as we speak. For the last 2 days, this pattern has been a grueling pattern. It's taken a lot of toll on a lot of very, very good and talented Long Island bowlers. This has really put to the test a lot of people's games. As Gary Haynes now steps up in the 5th frame. Gary Haynes, what a pitch. Trips out the 5-pin, and what a thunderous comeback from Gary Haynes. As Alex Cavagnaro looks to step up in the 5th frame and really put on the pressure in this match. 79. Cavagnaro really looking to take a lead in this match right now. Alex Cavagnaro lost to Joe Novara in the last round to put him in the loser's bracket. Coming from the deep inside, and what a thunderous strike coming from Alex Cavagnaro, coming from the deep inside line. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this pattern has not been easy all week. They have been bowling on this pattern since 10 o'clock in the morning, so the breakdown and the carry down is, I want to say, to the little bit of extreme. Don't you say, Pete Stefano? You bowled on this too all week long, haven't you? You're the lane man.
I have. These bowlers are talented, and they just make this pattern look easy.
Again, it's very easy to make a pattern look easy when you got all the talent in the world. Alex Cavagnaro from the deep inside line again. Likes the shot, posts it, and a wrap 10 on lane 5. Typical routine spare for the 2-time Long Island Masters champion here. Again, he lost to Joe Novara in the last round to make it to the loser's bracket. Alex Cavagnaro misses the 10-pin. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a match. This will be very interesting to see who will come out on the top of this. I don't think anybody was expecting that. Angela, you could have bet $1,000 and I don't think you would have won. There's Gary Haynes looking to step up in the 6th and potentially make it even throughout the match with a thunderous double. Gary Haynes, bit inside target, goes Brooklyn and leaves a 5-pin. Very routine spare. If he converts it, it will be, I want to say, it will be a 1-pin match if Gary will strike on this in the 7th frame. Ladies and gentlemen, it is so intense in here you could hear a mouse fart. Gary Haynes picks up the spare. Very good spare. Routine spare for a normal person. But again, these people aren't normal. They have all the talent in the world to get to where they were today. Gary Haynes defeated Adam Zimmerman last match with a score of 225 to 175. Great bowling to Adam Zimmerman, by the way. Adam Zimmerman making the top 4 of the Long Island Masters, one of the most prestigious tournaments that we have here on Long Island. Huge shout out to the Long Island USBC for picking Herrill lanes, and again, hosting this tournament on a regular basis yearly. It's Gary Haynes. Looks to take a 1-pin lead here in the 7th frame, and he goes light and will leave a 3-7. Looks like he got a little quick with his feet and a little quick with it at the bottom of the release, just pushing it a little bit further down lane. Gary Haynes will now try to convert this in order to make it a 1-pin match in Alex Cavagnaro's favor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a teeter-totter match. Gary Haynes for the spare. Goes for it and almost converts it. The pin just bouncing in the left gutter, just barely missing it. Absolutely jaw-dropping of a match. Again, the loser will go home. The winner will face Joe Novara for the title. Although Joe Novara needs to win one, the loser needs to win twice of this match. Alex Cavagnaro with a thunderous comeback here in the 7th frame of a semifinal match. He's really putting the hammer to the metal. Yeah, there we go. Put that on a t-shirt. He's really putting the hammer to the metal there, ladies and gentlemen. A way to shake off that 10-pin miss in the 6th frame and really putting the pressure on Gary Haynes as they now enter the 8th frame of the semifinal match. Now it's Cavagnaro now stepping up on lane 5 in the 8th frame. Looking to double here in a very much pressure situation. Alex Cavagnaro likes it a little bit. Just gets back and trips out the 5-pin for a double. Gary Haynes now under the pressure over here. Gary Haynes can strike out for 235. Alex Cavagnaro can strike out for 247. One spare determines, well, more than one spare determines this match, just by a little bit, depending on how it goes. Gary Haynes with a ball change. Will strike. Gary Haynes looks like he knew he should have switched that ball just a little bit sooner. Again, both very talented bowlers in their own right, and it took a lot of dedication and heart just to grind out even 180s, 190s just to get here this week. Absolutely brutal pattern for all of you that bowled and all of you that didn't. Again, I think the field average just to make it was just about under 190. And Gary Haynes goes just a tad high on lane 5, leaving the 6, 8, 10. Unfortunately, I think that's all she's going to write for Gary Haynes here, and I think Alex Cavagnaro is going to go for his 3rd title against Joe Novara, who's still seeking his 1st title. Oh, so cute. Astonishing bowling by both Gary and Alex here. Again, very brutal pattern this week. It took a lot of guts, took a lot of spare shooting, took a lot of digging deep within the mental game just to get to this point, ladies and gentlemen. It was definitely not an easy pattern. Alex Cavagnaro now steps up at 9. Wrap 10 just a little bit. But that should end the match.
Or someplace else.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, all these bowlers have been bowling since 10 o'clock this morning. They went through at most 12 games of qualifying, grueling qualifying, and then another 5 games of the cashers round this morning just to get to the top 16. And then after that, the top 16, you went through a double elimination bracket, in which case this is the finals of the double elimination bracket. Going on to the final match, it's looking like Alex Cavagnaro needs to beat Joe Novara twice to win his 3rd title, and Joe Novara just needs to beat Alex once to win his 1st title. That match should happen on lanes 9 and 10. Alex Cavagnaro peers it. 10 back for Alex Cavagnaro, and that should confirm this match over. Alex Cavagnaro should move on to face Joe Novara for the Long Island Masters title. Again, Joe Novara seeking his 1st Long Island Masters title. Alex Cavagnaro seeking his 3rd Long Island Masters title. Alex Cavagnaro has some work to do, but it can be done heading into this final match. Alex Cavagnaro needs 2 wins. Joe Novara needs 1 in order to confirm Alex Cavagnaro's 3rd title. Joe needs 1 win to confirm his 1st ever Long Island Masters title. Again, I know that's astonishing to a lot of people, but he has never won the Long Island Masters in recent years. Gary Haynes will finish up here. As both bowlers have bowled an astonishing week. There is nothing taken away from both gentlemen here facing in the Long Island Masters. Again, this is one of the most brutal competitions out here. You are facing the best of the best, ladies and gentlemen. There is no doubt about that. Anybody who's anybody comes out here and tries to compete for this most prestigious title on Long Island, to claim yourself Long Island Masters champion at any center across Long Island, is definitely such an accomplishment and such a great thing to add to your resume while bowling. As Gary Haynes will finish up with a 183, Alex Cavagnaro will finish up with a 226. Absolutely great bowling by both bowlers. We are now going to move over to lanes 9 and 10. Pete DiStefano, I could use another beer.
I'll get it for you.
I would very much appreciate that. As we are now heading on to the final match.
What is it?
Budweiser. Budweiser.
Reunited again.
Reunited again. As Tommy Grecula joins us in the booth yet again.
Lucky you guys.
Oh, absolutely. Tommy, how's it been in recent weeks?
Pretty horrible.
You bowled on this in qualifying. How was it in qualifying?
Very fun.
Very fun.
Yeah, humbling.
I've heard that throughout the week. I've heard a lot of people who bowled this event through qualifying. I've heard it was a humbling experience for a lot of the bowlers, both on staff at ball companies and both not on staff at ball companies. Again, it was a very challenging pattern for all the bowlers in this field. It really separated most of the, I want to say, pro amateurs and the amateurs on Long Island. Again, some of the most prestigious bowlers on Long Island came out and apparently had a very hard time on this. Tommy, your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it was. You had to make your shots. You had to. It definitely forced you to repeat shots. You missed a border to right, or got a little soft with it, or hit it a little extra. The pattern showed you. Like I said, you got to be one of the best. You got to repeat your shots. Right here, we have 2 of the best on here on Long Island, both going up here for this championship right here. This is going to be a grueling match here. I say Joey takes it, but I think Alex will win one, and we'll see. I bowled with Joe yesterday in the second squad.
That is correct, and that is where he changed his first position in the first squad from going minus, I want to say 40 something to about going plus 60 something.
No, plus 120. He was plus 120.
He went plus 120. Yeah. Even
I don't
wow.
want your voice to get too raspy.
There was a guy that.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, just so we're all aware, Alex Cavagnaro is going for his 3rd Long Island Masters title. Joe Novara, again, seeking his 1st Long Island Masters title here on lanes 9 and 10 at Herrill Lanes. At this time, I would like to thank Herrill Lanes for graciously hosting one of the most prestigious events on Long Island and giving the bowlers on Long Island some place to bowl. For, I want to say, the last, month and a half, we had the 700 Club here, we had the 600 Club here, and then we had the Long Island Masters. And coming up in 2 weeks, we got the New York State Masters.
I believe that's March 4th.
March 4th, correct. Shout out to Joe Flick for really bringing back bowling to Long Island. Absolutely one hell of a host and one hell of a manager. As ladies and gentlemen, we are now heading into the final match. It will be Joe Novara versus Alex Cavagnaro for the Long Island Masters Championship. Again, Joe Novara needs 1 win over Alex Cavagnaro. Alex Cavagnaro needs 2 wins to defeat Joe Novara.
What do you want? Are you on Messenger? Tell me what.
Yeah.
Tom?
Thomas Rucker. Thomas. Thomas.
Joe Novara from the deep inside line
Not Tom.
will fail to come back and leave a light 2-pin.
T-O-M.
Erase that.
Charlie, send the 9 to 2-pin. 9.
Alex, do you have anything to say on climbing out of the loser's bracket today?
I won 1 match. What do you call it, climbing out?
Wise words from Alex Cavagnaro. That's all you got to do is win 1 match. There you go. Angelo, I'm sure you got your own commentary to add to that one.
What's the odds? What's Angelo giving on odds on this one?
And Jack said he's going to take 2K on the righty, so I think that's a safe bet. I think that's a pretty safe bet, as we were just waiting for the 2-pin to be set up on 9 for Joe Novara. Again, I'd also just like to point out here, not that many people would know this, but a lot of these 2 bowlers here are both. He left the 2-pin on 9. It was on second ball. They just got to reset the ball. Both of these bowlers are also former LIUSBC champions, and again, multiple LIUSBC champions in their own right. You know, Vito Genova has came up with such a great program that even nowadays, you know, all these bowlers have grown up to even become multiple. Both of these bowlers have been multiple LIUSBC champions coming up in their own right. And again, a huge shout out to Vito Genova and the LIUSBC circuit for creating competitions like this that will give the youth bowlers chance like this to compete in events like the Long Island Masters and future events. To all those youth bowlers out there watching, again, you could be one of these 2 in future events. As Alex Cavagnaro steps up in the 10th frame, as Joe Novara will spare his 2-pin. Best people fired, stack bar lead fired, bartender fired. Angelo, you fucking suck. Alex Cavagnaro looking for a good shot. Come back and will leave a 10-pin.
That came back from Coram.
I think a lot of people came from Coram today.
That shot came back.
That shot came back from Coram, but I mean, it came back looking for a steak and baked potato, but it came back with a burger and fries, Tom. I don't know.
If anybody's looking for a bite to eat, I just went to Uncle Bacala's, and that was delicious. Right around the corner from Herrill Lanes.
Not a sponsor.
He's not a sponsor.
As Alex Cavagnaro converts a spare, and we are even through 1.
Oh yeah, look. This match presented by Slurpee.
Oh God. That's an icy. An icy is different than a Slurpee. An icy is its own thing.
Angelo said he likes the Slurpee banner.
It's not a Slurpee banner, Angelo. You're wrong. You should know you have them in your bowling alley. Alex Cavagnaro posts a shot on lane 9. Comes back, crushes the pocket, absolute 10 back.
Up 10.
Alex Cavagnaro throwing an IQ Tour solid, and what it's looking to be like for Joey Novara, a Storm Absolute hybrid.
One of the better balls on the market these days. I like that one.
Again, not sponsored.
What's the handicap there? These guys are funny today.
We got a great comment section today, I'll tell you that much. Joe Novara looks to go for it. just a little behind the head pin and will send the 6-pin just falling sideways into the gutter and leaves a 10-pin.
Let's say 4 in the pit, 7 on the deck.
That's 11 pins, you fuck. He leaves 11 pins standing with a 10-pin rack. Joe Novara goes for the spare, picks up the spare and converts. Absolutely great spare. What the fuck are you doing?
Like a shortcut.
Yeah, took the shortcut. Right through the live stream, took the shortcut.
I mean, 62 other people have nothing better to do on Sunday to watch this.
I mean, look, this is one of the most prestigious titles on Long Island.
Yes.
I would be watching this too if this was on Facebook. This takes over the Daytona 500 any day of the week.
How the fuck?
Joe Novara goes up, steps up. Just a little past the break point. It leaves a 2-pin again on lane 9.
Angelo, I attribute that to my unsuccessful bowling yesterday. Bowling in pants. I can't do it. They're just too tight around certain areas.
Oh, for the love of God. You know, if you want a dating app to create a Tinder for that one. You got 62. You got 60 people. You see, now you made 60 people go away.
No, 1 came back.
Oh, wow. And the lucky one is Joe Novara converts the 2-pin. Joe Novara is going to be trailing in this match. Alex Cavagnaro, again, just to clarify, needs 2 wins in this match to confirm his 3rd Long Island Masters Championship. Joe Novara just needs 1 win as he is confronting with Joe Scianna from Parts Unknown. I think that was one of the biggest highlights this week was Joe Scianna, Parts Unknown. Coming from his bull rack. Alex Cavagnaro slaps the 10 silly and gets it out of there.
That's 10 in the pit.
Sorry, that's
Not sponsored.
not sponsored. Not sponsored in any way. Hashtag full-size candy bars.
Tell Jack, come down. Come down anytime you want, Jack. You can bowl anybody, anywhere.
Angela, you forgot the hashtag Fear the Beard. Alex Cavagnaro looking to take a decent lead heading into game 1 of this, what looks like it could be a best 2 out of 3 final match here. Cavagnaro looks to post it. It goes.
Oh,
and wow.
Shredded 7-10. It looked good off his hand.
I thought it did too. Apparently, the pins denied him. Absolute pure shot. Alex Cavagnaro liked it. He stayed down with it at the line. And again, just the characteristics of this house, Tommy. I do not understand it sometimes.
Look, I came along and now we're up to 68.
There you go.
Yeah, this place pair to pair. It could be a 3-4 board difference.
But again, that was one of the characteristics throughout the week with this pattern. Each player played completely different. So unless you had something that could grind out every pair, you were not shooting more than probably about 180, 190, which was, again, the average for the field. That's what made it so grueling and so hard to make the cut in. Joe Novara steps up, lane 10. Comes back and sends the 10 to the wall. Almost looked like he had aggression with that one and really just wanted to pin the 10 against the wall. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the field this week, I want to say the average between everybody, between the non-finalists and everybody else was about 180 to 190. Even just to make the cut was, I think, about like a 186, 187 average. Quote me if I'm wrong over there, but all 26 of these finalists really pulled themselves together within the qualifying rounds. Joe Novara steps up on lane 9, loves it, and slaps that 10 silly. Really taught that 10 pin a lesson over there.
That was nice.
Joe Novara saying, I'm not out of this yet. I do.
Yeah. Oh, it's tight.
Joe Novara, after the 5-game cashing round, finished In third place, Alex Cavagnaro climbed himself all the way from 16th. Coming into this final match and peering the ball, saying that my day is not over. I really want this third win. Nobody's going to stand in my way.
Does Novara have a Masters title here?
He does not. Alex Cavagnaro beating out Paul Bajorski just by 11 pins, less than a spare, ladies and gentlemen. That's how grueling it was this entire week. Coming into the cashier's round. No, yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, it's after game time. All right, well, sorry, my bad, after game time.
Gardabon was in there.
Qualifying. 10, 11. All right, sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Stats guys behind.
Come on. Cavagnaro really slapping that 10 out of there this time, really making an exclamation point in this match, saying, I am not out of here yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that score was after game 10. I do not have the official scores after qualifying. But I am pretty sure Bill Delwaski was the cut.
Gardabon missed it by 17.
Yes.
He was the ball.
Gutterbarn, Rob Gutterbarn, really great bowler in his own right,
That's
former
right.
Masters champion, did miss it by 17 at that point. Sorry, I don't have the entire scores here. I'm still waiting on them for the qualifying from the Long Island USBC, but Joe Novara, nonetheless, will step up in lane 10. Pures it, absolute 10 back. Joe Novara now working off 3 9-spares and 3 strikes in a row heading into frame 7. I guess that pet thought from Joe Scanna, parts unknown, really set him up for this one. I don't know what parts unknown is. That's why it's called parts unknown. Joey Novara will take a re-rack here, heading into the 7th frame of the first game. I want to say Alex still has a decent lead here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I need my mathematician on this one.
I'm asking the wrong person. But yes.
Look, I can do score. It's just I need time. I can't do this on the fly like other people.
12-pin lead.
In Alex's favor, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, 12-pin lead in Alex's favor. Joey looking to make that a little less than 12 pins coming up here. Joe Novara sends it and crushes the pocket. Absolutely demolishes it. Nothing left standing on that rack, ladies and gentlemen. Could not get any purer than a shot on that one. 3-pin went spinning and then went head first into a dive.
Joey Novara wearing his tiger red today on Sunday.
This is true.
I like it.
If it ain't tight, it ain't right.
He didn't say tight, he said tiger.
Same shit. Now it's Cavagnaro looking to step up here.
Into his lead.
And to his lead here in frame 7. Alex Cavagnaro with a thunderous strike. For all of you making fun of me in the comment section with that one, but I'm going to coin the phrase thunderous on this podcast here.
It's a thunderous turkey.
That is correct.
Novara with a ham bone.
Again, just leaving just a bad break in the 4th frame, leaving a 7-10. Should have been working on, 6 in a row now, right, Tom? Yeah, 6 in a row.
Correct. I'm trying to match Novara here with a ham
Damn, we
bone.
got 84 viewers.
Maybe, yeah, I know, right?
Wow. I'm surprised, 85 now.
I think we had like 22 on the last pod.
The last one, yeah.
Come on, let's get to 100. Call your friends. Tell them to join.
Alex Cavagnaro goes. He
Get
doesn't
it.
like it.
I don't like it at all. Yeah.
Just a bit outside and gets away with a 10-pin. Seemed to lose it a little bit just at the bottom. But lucky to get away with the 10-pin. Again, this is coming from a 2-time Long Island Masters champion. He's grinded out for multiple years, and now he's looking for his 3rd title. Joey looking to clinch his first Long Island Masters title here today at Herrill. Alex will convert this 10-pin, no problem.
There it is right here. The match.
Again, just a bad break in the 4th frame.
The real nail off in here. That's right.
Joe Scanna looking off to the side, very happy, pointing at the soccer match.
Probably looking at the women and their legs, the way they grab each other.
Oh Jesus!
Oh look, there they go. They go down.
Joe Novara
That's inside.
gets it inside, but it's just enough to cross over Brooklyn. He is not happy about that one, but I'm sure he will take it, as that now puts him on 5 in a row heading into the foundation frame for both bowlers, as he will now take his second re-rack of the match on lane 9.
I think we have unlimited re-racks. It's Herrill Lanes.
I would imagine.
It's Herrill Lanes.
You're right, it's a Long Island match. Still a very prestigious tournament.
Can't hold anything back now.
Hey, again, the best of the best are here for a reason, Tommy. Can't put them out of their own talent.
We have the 2 of the best on the lanes, and then me and my partner here, 2 of the best commentating.
There you go. That's all you could ask for. I want to say even this. I want to say even this though. I think they were both member and non-member PBA doubles regionals champions at one point. I want to say they won it last year. I'm not 100% certain, but I think they won it last year.
I concur.
Joe Novara trips that 5-pin.
Carries Brooklyn and carries Light.
I think
when you get carry like that,
it's just your day. It's just your day, Tommy. I think it's just your day. Just pulling up his pants, hiking it up. I think he's looking to cash in over here. Cavagnaro looking to get it. We'll send it and we'll confirm it in the foundation frame heading into the 10th frame in the first game. Cavagnaro with a max score of 235. Joe Novara with a max score of what, 268? 268?
Over here, just put a little bit of pressure. Make Joe show up.
Oh, Angelo, you're a fucktard.
94 people. Come on, let's get over 100. The last 2 frames.
I highly doubt it.
Call your friends.
Cavagnaro really looking to put on the pressure here heading into the 10th frame. Gets it there and will slap that 10 out of there. What, he needs all 3 in the 10 to force Joey to mark, right?
Correct. That's always got to show up without.
Alex needs 2 more to force Joe Novara to show up in the 10th and at least mark, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong in the group chat, but I'm pretty sure he just needs a mark to win. Depending if Alex Cavagnaro strikes out. Nope, we broke 100.
Yeah, look at that.
Alex Cavagnaro feeds it out there. Pures it back. One of the best shots of the match there, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot get any better than that. You know, for all of you watching throughout the breakdown of the pattern throughout the week, that has been the shot all week. Even though it was a 39-foot short pattern with 27 mils on the lane, it did not play like a very decently short pattern. You really did have to get on the inside, turn the breakdown, and really get around it, and really, touch it and all that other stuff. The gutters were not in play here all week. I will say that one. Unless you sanded it to about what, 360? 180. Sorry, my bad. 180. Alex Cavagnaro goes to force and just leaves a 10-pin for Alex Cavagnaro with a very strong 234 here. Joe Novara stepping up here just needs a mark in the 10th frame to secure his first Long Island Masters
U.S.
Championship.
scores a goal. Oh my God.
UG finals.
Who gives a shit? Because it's women's soccer.
Joe Novara going for his first. Will confirm it with a strike. And Joe Novara is your 2023 Long Island Masters champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Does he get a green jacket for this?
He should get a green jacket. If there's no green jacket, then what's the entry for?
Exactly. What's the point? Maybe spray paint.
Joe Novara will absolutely obliterate the field this week. Coming from the first round, re-entering, and now winning, coming out of an absolutely grueling top 30 coming out of the top 26 bracket, grueling his way through it, and now sealing the deal for his first Long Island Masters Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Joe Novara.
Nice.
Joe Novara, your thoughts on your first Long Island Masters Championship?
Yeah, nice.
There you go. You heard it from the champion himself, ladies and gentlemen.
It was nice. Man,
It was nice.
But many strikes.
And a few words, but many strikes. That's what they're going to call him for the next couple of years. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Herrill for hosting this weekend between Saturday and Sunday, putting out an absolute brutal pattern for the top bowlers on Long Island.
And
Shout
Joe
out
Novara for winning this prestigious tournament here at Herrill.
Shout out to the top 26 for making the finals. The top 26 clearly have proven why they were the best this year on Long Island. Again, and then going to the top 16 after that, after a 5-game qualifier. Again, shout out to Joe Flick for hosting this tournament. Shout out to Long Island LIUSBC for hosting. As we are going to now watch the trophy ceremony, as Joe Flick will now present the check to Joe Novara.
$25,000?
No, $2,500. It was $25,000. Watch how many people would be out here. You have all the Jersey folks. Joe, any comments on the last match?
No.
Joe, I knew what Joe was going to win, Joe.
As we got Joe Flick presenting the final check to Joe Novara. Absolutely, congratulations to Joe Novara after a very grueling week here. Again, huge thanks to the Herrill Lane staff for hosting the entire week. Again, for those of you watching, we got the New York State Masters coming back here in about 2 weeks. The real question is Joe Novara going to capture a second Masters Championship here in 2 weeks? Or will it be somebody else and will we crown a new champion? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Greg Schultz signing off for Doug Bolage. All of you, have a great, absolute good night.